Hi, I'm Jerry from Phrases en Français, where I help you learn French one phrase at a time. Today, we're going to focus on how to tell someone your name in French. So there's a couple ways you can do that in French. First one is je m'appelle. So when we look at that, we have je, which is I, or the first person singular, and we have the verb s'appeler conjugated to that verb form as m'appelle. Now, when you look at this, you see there are two L's in this conjugation, which is what gives you that L sound at the end of it. Je m'appelle. Also, you see this M apostrophe at the beginning of the verb. That denotes that it is a reflexive verb, which means the action of the verb is done to itself. So, je m'appelle, which would literally translate to I, myself, am called. Or really, I call myself. Now, when we look at the infinitive form of the verb s'appeler, we see that single L, which is why it's pronounced s'appeler. That single L does drastically change the pronunciation. Now, another thing to look at this, and this is just in the nous and vous forms where you keep that single L in the verb conjugation. But another thing to note here is listen to how this is pronounced. Nous appelons. You get this little liaison between that S and the vowel, the A at the beginning of it. So it's nous appelons. Now, if you're conjugating this to say we call ourselves, it would be nous appelons, because that nous is the reflexive form for the first person plural, pardon me. The next way you can say this is a more literal translation for English. My name is. So that would be mon nom est. Now when you look at it, you have mon. That is the first person possessive, my. Then you have the noun nom, which is name. And then the verb here is the verb être, conjugated in the third person singular of est. So mon nom est. See, and this is the verb être in its infinitive form. And the last way you can go about doing this, but not as commonly used, is je suis, which is literally I am. It would say like, I am Jerry. So it is conjugated the je, I, and suis, the verb être, in the first person singular. So that would be je suis Jerry. Now those are three ways that you can say my name is, or tell somebody what your name is in French. Now if you click this playlist here, you'll be able to see some more phrases that will help you continue your French journey. We'll see you in the next video.